Hello and welcome back to the podcast, the K-Drama Podcast. I'm your host, Randy Miller. It's great to see you. Thank you for joining us today. We are going to be reviewing the Korean drama Tastefully Yours. This is a really great one. It aired in 2025, so relatively new. Um, and it was written by Han Joon-hee, and it aired in Korea, and it consistently made the top four. I was like number two, number three, so it was consistently above number four in dramas for its entire run. It's a very enjoyable one. I would recommend it. You will be happy to watch it. It's a really good. So it stars Kang Ha, the main character, Han Bo Woo, and uh, Go Min Si as Mo Yeon Jin. Now, the male character, Han Byung Woo, he is the son of the founder of a big food empire company, a conglomerate called Hansan. And this business is ruthless. They are going after, well, it's a fictional called Diamante, 3 stars, but it's kind of equivalent to the Michelin stars. So they got a 2-star rated restaurant. They want that 3. Oh, so the mom, who is the matriarch, and she's the founder of the company and built it up from scratch. She's very famous. She started out as a cooking show person and personality and just grew her business. But she's ruthless and she's all business. Yeah, it's like when you watched her, like when she's on TV, she's so sweet, like the best mom ever. But then, but in real life, boy, she's cutthroat. And so her sons mirror this, and so they are ruthless themselves. Now, the main character, and let me just be honest. When I watched the first episode, I was like, I don't think I can deal with this guy for 10 more episodes. But let me tell you, it's a nice change. They do a really good job with the acting. So get through that first episode and you'll see why. Um, but yeah, he goes out. What he does is he sweet talks restaurant owners whose recipes that they want. They buy the restaurant, steal the recipes, and then close the restaurants down. Sometimes they just go and steal the recipes. So he's just cutthroat, ruthless, doesn't care. You can see like the aftermath of his slash and burn policies. Like, there's a former restaurant owner just standing outside the company every day protesting their policies and their antics. So really cutthroat guy who just happens to stumble into this small town. The small town is, let me just get the name, make sure I get that right. It's Jeonju. This is a small, well, it's a town south of Seoul. I wouldn't say small, south of Seoul. But the unique thing is that it's like right next to the mountains. Now, when I lived in Japan, I lived in Osaka, but I lived in a similar place. It was kind of outside of Osaka, and we were right next to the mountains. So you could literally walk about a mile and then you'd be in nature. So it's kind of like the same type of setting, really beautiful area. But it's known for its, culture, cuisine, and so. Anyway, he ends up down there. I'm not going to spoil it. So remember, this show is not about spoiling. It's about giving you a taste, information to kind of set it so that it's not so hard to understand when you go to watch it. So he ends up down there, and that's where he runs into the main female lead, whose real name is Go Min Si, and she plays Mo Yeon Jin, and she is a reclusive chef who runs a small, small little place where she doesn't even like it once. She doesn't seem like she doesn't want customers, right? So she's secluded for a reason, which you'll find out as you watch. Um, but the interesting thing about her is that she was an orphan who was raised in the temple, a Buddhist temple. And so when you're watching this, if you understand Buddhism at all, you'll actually see she's a good actress. She actually brings in some Buddhist type of, characteristics and ways of treating people. I liked it. Just for personal, for me, I studied, yeah, okay, I lived with a family who's Buddhist as a foster family, and then also when I was in Japan, I studied Buddhism. So uh, I know I can kind of tell, right? So I kind of know it, so I can tell. So they did a really nice job there, and so yeah, and so they kind of It's a typical, it's a formulaic rom-com, which is fine. I love it. um, and you'll see that this is just really, really enjoyable. The older brother is a good bad guy, really good bad guy. I like him. I don't think he ranks up there with bad guys. Now, my favorite bad guy was in the My Love from the Star. Boy, he was good. Man, he's scary. Um, this guy though, the brother in Tastefully Yours, isn't so evil. He's not out murdering people, but he's bad. Okay, so you'll like him. He's a good actor. He does it really good. Yeah, and but a couple things that I just wanted to bring out. Not only were the main actors really good, and like I said, I love how the main male lead was kind of over the top at the beginning, a little bit annoying, and then he scales it back. So nice job on his part, and the female lead actor, she does a great job too. Really, really exceptional. And then the supporting cast is a lot of fun. You'll know that the male from one of the supporting cast is from Crash Landing on You. You'll recognize him. If you watch Crash Landing on You, you'll recognize him. And then the secondary female lead is a very good actress. I like her a lot. And so the supporting cast is really nice. They just bring a whole charm to it. So okay, well, what are some of the things that I liked? Well, first of all, you're not going to go wrong. You're going to enjoy this. You're going to be satisfied with this drama, absolutely guaranteed. Um, just get through that first episode, right? So once you get through the first one, second one, third one, it starts to hook you in. So if I could suggest, binge watch 1 and 2, and then you'll be good. What I liked a lot, well, there are a couple things. Not only the supporting cast, but they have a number of temple scenes. Now, for some reason, the the um the writers in the translation called it a Taoist temple. It was Buddhist. I mean, big Buddha in there. I'm not sure why they were calling it Taoist, but it might have been something with maybe they had to protect the temple's name or what it was for real, as it's a real temple. Then they may have had to do that. I don't know, but they call it that. But it's a Buddhist. But it really shows you like what they're like, what it's really like. Like, in the West here, we just kind of have these images of, fanciful images of what this actually kind of shows you what it's like living there. So that was good. I like that a lot. That it gave you a real life. You get really that's what it's like. Um, so that was good. Uh, and when you're looking at the temple and then what they do, and you notice like, well, where's the heaters and where's the, you know, it's cold. They're cold. Okay. Okay. Gotta have criticism, right? So for me, the only thing that I could really criticize is that on the writing side, the story. And this is forgive me. I don't mean to, but sometimes it just went a little overboard. It was a little hard to suspend my disbelief at times, but they bring it back. But there were a couple times it's like, oh come on, it's like who really? But I get they needed to do it for their the plot devices and to move the story along and for the big bomb, etc. I get it, but also it's like, well, I think they could. Well, anyway, that if anything, there are just a couple places where you might feel like it's a little bit much, but it's quick. They get it through it, and then they get themselves back onto a better playing field. So, okay, well, that's this week's um, K drama podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I got a couple more that I'm reviewing right now, and want to give them justice. I do like to watch the whole thing. I usually watch them twice just to make sure I got it, I understand it. So, and yeah, hey, please leave a comment, like, subscribe if you're enjoying these. Thanks a lot. Take care. Cheers.